What's going on, everyone? It's Adam here for the Best Buy Canada blog, and today we are taking a look at Dixit, the Disney edition. If you're a big Disney fan and you're kind of getting into board games, or you're a fan of those party games that people pull out when you've got 8, 10, 12 people at the table, Disney Dixit is one that maybe you're going to want to pick up. There's tons of great art. There's great pieces. The production's really good. It just has one setback, and we'll talk about that in the review. Right off the top, I think everything that you get in the box is of the highest quality. The artwork here on the cards is phenomenal. I think it's beautiful. It looks great. And they're showcasing some of your favorite Disney and even some recent Disney music or movies, because here we have like a card for Soul. It's really, really great. It includes these amazing little wooden player pieces themed after your favorite Disney characters. How awesome is that? Like, that's just Mickey, Cheshire Cat, but there's also Genie, Tinkerbell, Red from Turning Red, and Mike Wazowski. Who doesn't love that? It has these awesome dials for picking who you think is whose card you think is the storyteller. The production quality here is really great. You might be asking yourself, well, what is Dixit? Well, in Dixit, you're going to have a handful of cards like this, and so is everybody else. And on your turn, if you are the storyteller, you're going to pick one of your cards and you're going to give a clue. It can be a one-word clue, it can be a sentence clue, or it really could even be a whole story if you feel like telling the story. But I could take this card like this, and maybe my clue is musically inclined. So I take that card and I put it face down. That's my card. Now, the other people around the table, they're going to have their own decks of cards, and they're going to look through and they're going to say, the clue is musically inclined. Musically inclined. And they're going to say, well, what card could I use? Well, someone might pick this one. It's Stitch with a guitar. And they might say, you know what? That might be musically inclined. So they're going to take that and add it to the stack as well. Everybody at the table is going to pick one of their cards and they're going to put them down. You're going to take the cards as a storyteller, you're going to shuffle them, and then lay them out around the board. And the board is pretty great because it has all these little marked spots. There's 1, 2, and what you'll do is you just lay the cards next to them. After all the cards are laid out, everyone's going to take their dial. And what people are trying to do is they're trying to guess the storyteller's card. What card does the storyteller have? So everyone's going to take their thing and they're going to guess. And let's say that, some of them say, hey, I think that the storyteller's card is number 1. So they're going to put number 1 on their dial like that, and they're going to put it face down on the table. After everyone's picked, everyone will reveal. Well, if everybody thought it was number 1 and my card was number 1, I get no points. Everybody else gets 2 points. If some people picked my card as the storyteller, but not everyone, I get 3 points, and whoever picked my card gets 3 points. On top of that, if you placed a card down and other people picked your card when you're not the storyteller, you actually get an additional point. So obviously the game works is that as other players around the table, you're trying to guess the storyteller, yes, but you're also trying to put down good cards that other people might mistakenly think is the storyteller's card so that you can earn even more points. Once someone gets to 30 points, the game's over. I think this is a great game. Like I said earlier, the components are fantastic. My only issue is that Dixit Disney is based on the Dixit lineup of games. First one came out in 2008. And Dixit, standard Dixit, which I have a copy of right here, the cards are much more, what's the word I want to use? They're much more random. They're not very specific. So you can give really good clues for something like this, or for something like this. There are so many clue options. I found a little bit, especially if you're a big fan of Disney, I found a little bit with the Disney ones, is that they're not that abstract. Like, this is just like the piston cup and tires on a beach, right? It's hard to really make sense. It's not abstract enough for you to make like a really good clue with this. You could, like, obviously you could say, fun in the sun or something like that, because fun in the sun, riding on a beach. You can still do it. I just don't find the cards here as abstract as I would normal Disney or normal Dixit cards. But if you're a Disney fan, this is actually phenomenal. This is phenomenal. I play it on its own. It's not my favorite thing to play all by itself, but mixing it in with other versions of Dixit, I really do love it. But the whole system, the whole game, it works really well. It's an easy to teach game. It's so snappy, especially if people are picking cards quick and laying cards. You can play a game very, very fast, and it's a lot of fun. if you're going to be doing some stuff coming up and you're going to have family over or anything like that, Disney Dixit is a great board game addition to your house. It's going to be a lot of fun, and there's even a little bit more for those that are really die-hard fans of the Disney franchise. All right, guys, that is my review of Disney Dixit. Of course, you can find more information by clicking the links down below in the description box. But until next time, thanks for watching, and we'll talk again soon. Goodbye.